And welcome back to the Michael Cohen Show on our continued journey to 500,000 subscribers. We're literally 3,000 shy of 350,000 subscribers. So let's get there. Literally subscribe, watch, comment, keep the comments coming, and share with your friends, because the stupidity that we're living with, it's not stopping. Think about it this morning alone, Ukraine hit and severely damaged the underwater pillars of a bridge connecting Russia to Crimea with these underwater explosives. Now, while this video is not about Ukraine or Ukraine's recent military attacks, I bring it up because I'm going to discuss the idea of state-run media. Now, Ukraine, of course, is fighting against an authoritarian regime, and unfortunately, so are we. But the difference, we're doing it within our own country. And when I talk about state-run media, Fox News is beginning to look more and more like Russian state-run media. It's called Pravda, which in Russian means truth. And I say that because last week, Trump reposted something on Truth Social. It suggested that Joe Biden was executed in 2020 and replaced with a clone. Maybe Trump was watching that movie on the plane called Dave. Meanwhile, John Roberts on Fox News, he spoke about Trump's posting, saying he totally meant it to be a joke. Play the clip.
Apparently, Donald Trump reposted somebody's post on Truth Social claiming that Biden had been executed in 2020 and was replaced by a robotic clone. Clearly, President Trump did not believe that, but he put it out there. And here's what the New York Times wrote. Trump amplifies another outlandish conspiracy theory. Biden is a robotic clone. President Trump reposted another user's false claim that the former president had been executed in 2020 and replaced by a robotic clone. I mean, I know Trump's sense of humor. I'm sure he was just trolling him. What do you think?
Well, I would hope so. But I think also it gets to the real heart of the scandal, which is who in the world was president for the past 4 years if it wasn't Joe Biden? Was it a clone? Was it a cable of White House officials? And I'll say,
yeah, that's not what the issue is about. The issue is about Donald Trump is the president of the United States. So one, if he's trolling whoever the person might be, is that really the job of the president of the United States? Seriously? How about accept it? This is who he is. And this is what we have to contend with. Now, while I will focus on what Fox News and other MAGA pundits are saying, I want to show you the conversation on CNN regarding the conspiracy theory. Unfortunately, Chris Sununu tries to claim, this was stupid, that both sides are to blame. Play the clip.
I mean, he used it to fool.
I don't know. I can't say whether he believed it or not, honestly.
Do you think the Democrats are conspiracy theorists? Nothing on Hunter Biden's laptop. Russia influenced the election. They were. I mean, come on. Both sides are definitely to blame. And when it comes to a robot, this would have been the worst functioning robot in history if Joe Biden was a robot. I mean, it must have been made and built in China at a minimum.
Your argument is definitely fair in the sense that Democrats do believe in conspiracies, although I'm not sure the two examples are the best ones. The best one might be the fake Melania conspiracy, which Trump actually denounced in a post on social media. He says that the conspiracy was that there were Photoshopped pictures of Melania claiming that it wasn't really her at his side. So that is also similar to the robot, I suppose.
You know, the
body double is the other one.
The country is asking.
Okay, that's not, and shame on all of those sitting there at the panel, including the moderator. That's not what the issue is. The person who is spreading the conspiracy theory in this specific case is the president of the United States, not some jerk off sitting in grandma's basement acting like a texting tough guy or some sort of trolling warrior. That's not what this is about. This is the president of the United States spreading. You didn't see conspiracy theories coming out of Joe Biden. You didn't see them coming out of Bush or Obama. But they come out on a daily basis from our president. Now, another conspiracy theory that's been circling is that Trump is lashing out at Harvard simply because Barron didn't get accepted. Now, Fox and Friends, of course, they tried to dispel the conspiracy. Play the clip.
stop with this conspiracy theory. The president's not going after Harvard because Barron didn't get accepted, didn't even apply, turns out. The president's going after Harvard because it's about patriotism. And if you're not going to follow the law here in America and you're going to go out and vandalize and break into classrooms because you hate America, why are you here? President Trump is saying, you know, think about the makeup of our country. Most people can't get accepted to Harvard, right? Most people are not that bright to be able to do that. So it's the best of the best. So, and that's great. That's fine. Some of these institutions are helping with cancer research and getting to the bottom of AI and technology and enhancing all of our lives. However, the majority of people can't relate to the Harvard life. And so most of the people who watch our show, who are watching the news, they can't relate to this, and they're saying, go, Donald Trump, because you're protecting America. We don't want terrorists here. We don't want people that are waving Hamas flags on Harvard's campus.
Look, I don't know exactly why Trump is going after Harvard the way he is, but I will acknowledge Barron did not apply to Harvard. Barron doesn't belong in Harvard. Let me just be very clear about that. As the guy who got Barron into elementary school, to middle school, and then into his high school, I can tell you emphatically, he didn't want Harvard. And if Melania says that they didn't even apply, I believe her, because Harvard's not the right place for him anyway. Meanwhile, last night, Trump posted on Truth Social that the Harvard conspiracy wasn't true. Let me show you what he had to say. In it, he writes, Michael Wolff, a third-rate reporter who is laughed at even by the scoundrels of the fake news, recently stated that the only reason I'm beating up on Harvard is because I applied there and didn't get in. That story is totally false. I never applied to Harvard. I graduated from the Wharton School of Finance at the University of Pennsylvania. He is upset because his book about me was a total bomb. Nobody wanted it because his reporting and reputation is so bad. Now, let me just turn around and say the following. First and foremost, Donald Trump did not apply to Harvard when he was a young man. In fact, he did not immediately get into University of Pennsylvania or the Wharton Business School. As we all know, he went to Fordham for 2 years, and then Daddy got him into University of Pennsylvania. That's just already reported fact. This is not even about Donald Trump. This was about Barron. So why all of a sudden Donald makes it about himself? I don't know. And the truth is, who gives a shit? I would like to know the real reason that he's going after Harvard, but not even Harvard, more about the funding that goes to places like Farber Cancer Research Center or other investigatory analytics for, battling Parkinson or Alzheimer's and other debilitating diseases that affects Americans. Meanwhile, Waters continued this idiotic state-run media trope by speaking about how he saw Representative Thune at the gym and that he is a jacked man, whereas Chuck Schumer is a woman and who wants a woman running things. That's literally what they said. Play the clip.
Now, I was at a resort a little while back, and I saw Senator Thune at the gym. The man is jacked, and the guy is in great shape, and he lifts hard. And you look at Schumer, he's built like a woman. Now, men do not want to be led by the party of women. Men want to be led by other men. So Democrats need to become men, and then they can persuade men. But they have to lift first. I'm serious. There's a quote by Maya Angelou, Dana.
Oh, thank you. Did you ask permission from Dana before you keep going?
People will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. People don't like the way they feel around Democrats. Because Democrats don't like the way they feel. And if they lifted, they feel better, and then everybody around them would feel better.
You had me in mind.
Shame on the two women sitting at that table. One of them should have taken their hot coffee and literally thrown it at him. Right then and there, live on television. Fucking despicable jerk off. Meanwhile, Fox had a guest who seriously must have failed on Shark Tank as he literally trying to sell his AI-powered threat detection program to Trump right there. Play the clip.
To what Ari said, the problem here is growing exponentially. Let me say this. I have just built, Sean, the first AI-powered threat detection system for law enforcement that scans the open web for radicalization and tactical planning. And if somebody in the Trump administration is listening, partner with me and let's scale this and get local law enforcement the tools they need. My technology will prevent these threats from popping off. You have to get in front of these. The technology's here. The Israeli model meets Palantir quality engineering, and I've got it, and the White House needs to give me a buzz, and let's get this thing scaled nationally, and it's called Gideon.
Wow.
Yeah, man. And if you order now, you'll get a free sham wow and a set of Ginsu knives. A fucking moron. Meanwhile, another pundit spreading lies was Charlie Kirk, right? During this Arizona this rally or whatever from Arizona Representative Andy Biggs, where he literally, just like Trump, dissed John McCain and tried to claim some Democrats are just using the party label to get elected. Well, let me be very clear about something. It's exactly what Trump did. Trump hasn't been a Republican his whole life. In fact, he was a Democrat more than he was a Republican. He was an independent, probably equal to what he was a Republican. He used the Republican label to get elected. Play the clip.
This state has been the central player in the Trump story because this was the state where you had so many Republicans say, I don't support President Trump. But you know what was so good about that? Is we found out they weren't actually Republicans all along. They exposed themselves. They were using the Republican label to get your vote. They were using the Republican name to get your support, but they weren't actually going to D.C. to go fight for your values. Jeff Flake, John McCain.
Hey, Charlie Schmuck, it's exactly what Donald Trump did. And I can speak firsthand because I was there when it was all going down. You're literally shitting on your own president, on the leader of your own party. Think, moron, think. Look, it's why I constantly say, help me to build this community, build our community. And by doing so, we'll put an end to this stupidity. That's my promise to you. And as always, thanks for listening. Hey, everyone. First of all, thanks for watching. I mean, we're going to be posting daily episodes with reactions and talking about politics. We'll be talking about everything, in fact. So please like and subscribe. Join us on this journey.